This is Nixa Rojas, and right now I'm inviting some of the students that have subscribed for this class. Among them, we have Fanny, who is going to join us tonight, and then according to the list, let's see who's joining. Well, it seems like Claudia Jimena Sanchez was was have subscribed for this class too. So let's see. I will send her a link and let's see if she decides to join. All right. I have already sent an invitation to Ximena too, and let's see if one of them decides to join us tonight. Let's see. Until now, I have just spoken with Annie. She have contacted me and she said that she might be joining us tonight. And I don't know about the other students in MENA since I haven't heard about her before. I just sent her the link with this hangout to attend to this hangout, but then let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for the signals to show up. Let's see if, if they can make it tonight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm, see if Fanny can join us tonight. Mm,
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Fanny. How are you?
Fine. How are you
I'm
today?
glad that you made it.
How are you today, teacher?
Oh, pretty good. I was waiting for you. I wasn't sure if you will be able to join us tonight.
Okay, I was very sad because my computer, my Skype account, is damaged.
Yeah.
Yes. But fortunately, Hangouts is different. I can connect by Skype, by Hangout.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. That's perfect that you could join it. So, actually, mm, okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Do you review the content for this class?
The topic, teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, teacher. It's
Okay, that
about
sounds good.
Okay, it's about the different mayors that
Yeah.
the student can choose in order to study.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to share with you my screen in order that you have access to the content for this class, okay?
Okay,
That's good?
okay, teacher. Okay.
Okay. Mm, okay.
I am only with you. There is
Yeah.
are there another students? Teacher?
No, not. Actually, there are some students that subscribe, but they didn't attend this night. Yeah, so it will be like the two of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to the Lile online language community. So this is our session number 13, and the topic for this class is going to be the college majors. So in this class, we are going to discuss about um, some things related to professions, and also we will share ideas and thinking about which things we have to have into account when choosing our majors or careers at university. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is actually review a little bit of content, the content that was I sent you before. It goes with the class. So I don't know if you review the link that I just sent you.
Yes,
Honey?
teacher, a little.
A little? Okay. So, okay, I hope that means a lot. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, funny. It's okay. So in this case, do you listen to the audio that it is there in the page?
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. So who are the characters that participate in communication?
Sorry, teacher.
Funny, who are the characters that participate in the communication? The people that are talking, who are they?
Okay. According to the video.
Yep.
Okay. I answer the question. Okay, it's about the two people, woman and man, speak
Yeah.
about the how they choose in order to study when finish your school, the secondary, and they are speaking in a classroom.
Yeah.
This is a first question. And the second question is
What are they talking about, right?
Okay, they are talking about the college major.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. The conversation is take place in a university classroom. The man ask the woman in which in which grade she is. Hmm? The correct answer is the 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
The third question is which statement is not true about her paying for college? The correct answer in this case is she is currently repaying student loans. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Another question is what is her future job situation? That is I answer incorrectly answer. I answered number I answered the number 8 maybe. And the question is and the correct question is answer is 3 number 3. She is currently repaying student loans.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Another question, number 4. What is her future job situation? The correct question is she hopes to have interviews with different companies soon. And finally, number 5. What surprising information do we find out at the end of the conversation? The correct question is Paul John, a college teacher, is the woman's father.
Yeah.
I had one mistake.
Okay, you did pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, well done, Fanny. So, actually, yeah, at the end of the conversation, they are speaking, and the man is actually saying that uh, there is a one teacher that say some things about getting success in life, and he's somehow like how to say, like, regrets about that teacher, that maybe what he says he disagrees a little bit, and then the woman actually asked the name of the teacher, and she realized that it's actually his father. So
Yes,
it looks like they are in an uncomfortable situation, right?
yes.
Okay, Fanny. Very good. So we will um, keep going with some questions, and I think one of the concerns of nowadays young people is picking the right college major, right? So, what do you usually take into account when picking an university for your studies, Fanny?
According to me,
Yeah, yeah, I would love to know more about what you think about this. For example, what do you usually take into account when picking an university for your studies?
okay. Maybe we must take in account maybe the student must choose a career according to the interests and is one is a student maybe the capacities of this one maybe the vocation and the perspectives of the professional development. Mm?
Hmm.
According to the situation in the country. For example, in my country, uh, okay, the idea is the people work in their profession, in your profession. But according to the current situation, there are no, for example, in our country, there is no enough opportunities, job, and then the people accept any opportunity or job that the country offer or the companies offer. But in order to study, we have to choose a career according to the maybe vocation or professional development.
Okay, that's right. So one would be like vocation, like you say, like aptitude towards a career, a specific career. For example, like maybe you are studying English, like teaching English, because you find yourself like a person that can just teach to someone, have the patience to do it, that enjoys just
Yes,
helping the other person, right, to get knowledge and to just keep
yes.
building their future, right? But then maybe maybe I don't think it's the only factor that you actually take into account when how to say picking a career, right? What do you think about it? Do you think I like aptitude towards a career will be the only factor you will take into account when picking a career?
The attitude.
Yeah, like aptitude is like you say vocation.
Okay, okay. Um, yes, I think that because if you work in any job that you don't like, the people maybe doesn't your work very well.
Yeah, it's like living an unhappy life, right? For
Yes,
example, just think about something that you will not be feel comfortable with. For example, in my case, I'm not good at being in contact with blood, so I can imagine myself working in the hospital. So if I will study something related, I will be like living pretty hard life or something because I don't like my job, right?
that is the teacher. For example, in my case, uh, I really enjoy teaching. For example, adults and young people. Uh, I really feel very good when I do that. Hmm?
Mm. Do you
Ano-
remember?
Another thing that I like is, for example, in the last time I worked as a secretary too, but I really enjoyed that work too. The boss, I really enjoy the boss as secretary as a teacher. Now,
Uh-huh. But why do you prefer to be a teacher instead of to be a secretary?
excuse me, teacher.
Why do you prefer to be a teacher
Ah,
instead of a secretary?
a teacher. I prefer to be a teacher
Yeah, but why?
because I had the opportunity to share with another people that I my knowledge teacher and share with or maybe learn from them, learn a lot of from them.
Okay,
When
then.
yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty interesting.
yes,
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, let's go with the next question. What do you think are the main concerns when picking a career for upper studies? For example, we were mentioning the vocation, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
as you were saying. But for example, the case that you have the opportunity to be a secretary and then you have the opportunity to be a teacher, why do you prefer be a teacher instead of a secretary?
Mm, I prefer. Mm, let me see. I don't sure that I understand your question. Sorry. What do you
Okay.
think?
For example, you mentioned that you love to be a secretary and that you also love to be a teacher. I don't know if, like, right now you're studying for being a teacher, right? So
Mhm.
why you decide to be a teacher instead of secretary?
Eh, excuse me, teacher. Yo te escucho entrecortado.
Okay, I'm going to move.
Sorry.
Sorry, I think sometimes the networking isn't good. So, can you hear me better now? Funny.
Teacher, are you there? Teacher,
You hear me? Do you hear me, Funny?
the sun breaking down, teacher.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, well, in that case, I think I will just uh, we will just answer the question that it is on the screen. So, what do you think are the main concerns with in a career for upper studies?
What is teacher? The meaning of picking. What is the meaning of picking? Choose. Like choose.
Excuse me?
What is the meaning of picking?
Yeah, it's like shoes.
Okay. Maybe I believe vocation, interest, personal interest, on salary, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
uh, opportunities or in different no opportunities of higher job in
Yeah,
the any institution, any company.
yeah. Uh-huh. Really good, right? Because, for example, you will find you will look for something that you love, that you feel affordable pay for. For example, if you don't have like a high economic situation, a pretty good economic situation, you won't be like um, you won't be able to pay, for example, for medicine, right? So I think it's to be affordable, find a career that you find affordable to pay, right? Be another one.
Yes, teacher.
Do you
Mm,
understand me?
so.
So, oh no, sorry. Okay, let's go with the next one.
Sorry.
Story about that funny. What do you think there is people who actually end up working in something different from the job? Funny?
End up. What is end up, please? But what is the meaning of
End
end up?
up like um to finish or to yeah to end up like for example I was planning to be a fashion designer and I end up being a teacher for some reason like you have a plan and you end up just studying another thing. For
Uh,
example, yeah, I don't know if you understand me.
uh, okay, I will try to answer the question. Okay, maybe when the people work in different jobs, maybe they don't have the opportunity to improve our career, our profession. Mm? Does
Mhm.
this is So that is the answer that you have of me.
Oh, well, yeah, like for example, um, you imagine yourself being a nurse when you were young, and you end up being a teacher, for example. Why do you think like these people, for example, that they study how to say be a teacher, like and they end up just working in other things, you know? So yeah, that's my question. For example, what happened a lot here in Oklahoma City, like I'm living in Oklahoma City, and there is something that is pretty interesting because teachers are not working these days because they are demanding the government's attention to their economic necessities. And there was a time that I was going in a taxi, and then I started to speak with the person, like the driver, and he told me that he's actually how to say, he was actually a college teacher. So he used to teach history at the university, but he actually ended up being a taxi driver because the economic situation was so bad. And actually, here in Oklahoma City and in the States, teachers are the lowest paid. They have to work like many jobs in order to just get a life, like pay bills and
Yeah.
just to their economic
Maybe
subsistence.
okay. Maybe when one person work in other work that they study, maybe they get frustrated. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, actually, no, it's not just that. Actually, what happened with it is like something bigger here in the United States. What happened is that in the United States, education is so expensive. So many students just end up with long life bills. Like we have pay end up yeah with 2,000 of debts, 2,000 or more, and they finish their degree and they have to pay their bills, and they end up with a big debts. So actually, for example, teachers, they don't make that much money, so they have to work in other works, in other jobs, in order to just get their subsistence, to pay their bills, to pay their food, to pay their transportation and everything. So it is something like pretty. It's a problem here in the United States. So yeah, the economy is one of the reasons that people just end up working in something different, right?
But it's according to the economical situation, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, here in Colombia, uh, mm, happens that because really the institution, companies, or maybe the government does the don't offer a lot of opportunities of job. For that reason, the people work in any place, any context, any job that offer them. That's it,
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, right? Like sometimes it's so difficult to find a job that you have to just do whatever job you find good for you, and that can help you in your economic issues, right?
yes. But
Oh,
for example, here in Colombia, I think the opportunities are very low, very a little, of, a few opportunities, a little or a few
I
opportunities.
think like yeah, like yeah, I think few is good. Yeah, a
But
few opportunities. Yeah.
yes, but the people, or maybe in my case, I look for a job in. Okay, the important thing for me is gain money. Okay, okay, but I work in things related to my career. Hmm? That is I don't get work in as a teacher. Uh, I try to give classes about or video, I don't know, maybe private classes, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe also sky, for example. In this moment, I am giving a class in a virtual environment as a basic English teacher.
Wow, that sounds
Yes,
pretty good.
yes. They pay to me 10,000 pesos per hour.
Yeah.
As
So
I
like, is it like a second job? Like second
yes,
job? Yep.
yes,
Okay, sounds good. Uh-huh. So yeah, the economic situation is actually so hard,
yes.
so hard that yeah, we have to just
for
look for
for that reason,
opportunities everywhere.
I take in account any opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. That's you are right completely. So, what do you think young people need to do in order to decide what to study at university, take into account all of what we have just spoken before?
Maybe, okay, maybe uh, as take a course about the with people that advise them in order to choose the better option, maybe. Or maybe okay, rest one part of time in order to put in order your thinking. Or maybe ask their your fathers, or their fathers, and or maybe ask people with a lot of experience about that.
Yeah, that's right. Like asking people that actually knows about the career that you are interested in, right? For example, my father, he is a teacher, so I actually always have like how to say access and was in touch with all of this environment of just uh, teaching kids, schools, and everything. So I somehow started to love teach, and I realized that it was something that I wanted to do. But I would love to know, how did you find that? How to say that you wanted to be a teacher?
According to me.
Yeah, like how did you decide to be a teacher? What
Okay,
did you take into account?
okay,
Why?
okay. I take in account my my I don't know how to say that, my attitude maybe,
Uh-huh, yeah.
my okay, I realized that I like teach. I feel good when I teach, or maybe when I help to do the tasks, children's, or when I explain any topic, another person maybe. I don't know, because I really feel very good in a classroom, maybe. For example, when I was a child,
Yeah.
I played as a teacher and as a secretary. The boss,
Oh.
the boss liked me so much when I was a child.
Mm.
For that reason, maybe I believe that I should that those two profession.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think like maybe just sometimes picking your career is like when picking your partner for life, like your wife or your husband. Like you have to like him so much and see yourself like spending lots of time with it. So I think it's maybe somehow I like
Mm,
that. Yeah.
okay. Okay, teacher.
Yeah, so okay, let's go with the next question. Do you think the actual economy in Colombia contributes to help the students to get enrolled and graduate in higher career universities?
Um,
For example, do you think like a Colombian economy allows young people to get enrolled in university, uh, help them to just get their career and have the opportunity to study, even so maybe they don't have the economy, a good economy or something like that?
no, teacher. Here in Colombia, the economy in this moment is low. Maybe the government doesn't help to the students. The student have to get your our money, your our meters, means, in order to study, because the economy here is in this moment is not good.
Mm. So do you think like actually it is easy for young people to get to higher education like a university or college?
No, teacher, it's very difficult in this moment.
Mm. Do you think like actually, for example, this program, the SENA, uh, will
Ah,
help a lot?
okay, that is a good option for the students. But is enter to that institution is difficult too. It's not easy to
Mm.
enter in the Sena, at the Sena, sorry, at the Sena.
Uh-huh.
But but
Why?
but there are a lot of students try to enter in this institution. The For that reason, the cupos, how I said that, cupos
Mhm.
is is a little, are a little.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Like, there are not many vacancy in order to just join the Sena University because there are many kids that want to study there, right? So
Yes.
there are not lots of vacancy in order to just join and enroll in one career there at the Sena University. Okay.
Another option
Mhm.
here is the school, public universities,
Yeah.
but the problem is the same. There are a lot of a few, how is it, couples teacher,
Yeah.
few a few
Vacancy.
a few inscription maybe a few, but a lot of there are a lot of students.
Yeah, there is just low vacancy in order to just get enrolled, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I think like uh, well, uh, let's see this video. Okay, this video is about why is college so expensive in the United States. So I was telling you about the economy here that it is so like especially education is so expensive. So some people will end up in big debts in order to just pay for their education. So I will share with you this link. Okay, but I think like we are running out of time, right?
Okay.
And so I actually will tell you what is the video about, and then we will just go for some questions, okay? In order to save time. Okay,
Okay.
so actually, what the video say is that first is expose some students' cases, and they say, for example, there are some people that finish their career, and for in order to get that, they just ask for economy help. So when they do that, for example, in Colombia we have the ICETEX, right? So the government borrow you money in order to that you afford your studies, right? Then when you finish your studies, you have to pay back the money and even more. So actually what happened here in the United States is that education is so expensive that when the students finish their career, they have like have to pay $180,000 or maybe $20,000. So it is like a huge debt that they have. So one of the reasons that the education in the United States is so expensive is because the government doesn't want to actually eh, invest in education. They don't want to. They are reducing the pressupost.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
For
it's just
example, for example, here in Colombia, institution ICETEX,
yeah,
that institution institution loves money to the students, but at the end of their career, they have to uh, uh, pay back. That
yeah,
is the money with a lot of or interest very very high.
yeah.
Yes.
That's right. I think that's a pretty good example, and it happens here in the United States, but it is even worse because uh, here the career are so expensive. So comparing these two cases, what do you think it is the main problem with American education? Like, do you think it's just the government that is his fault, or maybe people doesn't have enough to pay their
Mm.
career? Is like more like the economy is bad or something like that? what do you think will be like the problem with American education?
Um, maybe they don't support the student. They don't help in with money. Maybe they don't give a lot of opportunities to the students.
Yeah.
Uh, the the main the main problem for me is they don't help with money.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
They
that's right.
don't support to the students.
Yeah, that's right. So actually comparing like the actual situation of American education, do you think the situation in Colombia is better or what?
Not teacher, definitely not teacher. Here is I think it's the same situation. Maybe I don't know a lot of the situation in the United States, maybe or but here is very expensive. There are a little of opportunities. The government doesn't support the students, and in the other hand, I think the education is very is bad in my opinion. Mm.
But like
Yes.
what do you mean?
Okay. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if I compare with education with Argentina, for example,
Yeah.
I have heard that the education is very good in Argentina, or maybe in Chile. In Chile, that is there are better, I don't know, better methodologies, strategies here in Colombia. In my opinion, there are all methodologies. For
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
in English, that is in English, teaching English is the institution use a lot of all methodologies in order
Mhm.
to teach English.
Yeah, that's right. Like
For
they
the
are
for
obsolete.
that's for that reason I think is so teach.
So.
Yes.
Okay. So. Uh-huh. Actually, I think like that you mentioned that it reminds me to there was a time that Colombia, well, students from Colombia just made a test. It was how to say an international test, and actually the students in Colombia were like some of the how to say not to say the words, but their position wasn't like really good, like they got pretty low scores comparing to
Mhm.
another countries. I don't know if
Yes.
you remember that. Actually,
Yes.
I agree completely when you say that a problem is that Colombia uses like old methodology. For example, they teach English like just vocabulary, list of vocabulary, something like that. They don't actually take into account sometimes all of the skills that a person needs in order to develop the language, especially like in schools, right? Like first year, second year, or primary schools, right?
Yes.
Do you
Right.
agree?
Yes. For example, in primary and secondary,
Hmm.
the English is really I don't know how to say that. It's not bad, but it's not good too.
Yeah, but sometimes it's because we maybe are just starting to realize that we have to change the methodology, and there is like still some students that have experienced the old methodology, or there are also some schools that still works with the same old methodology. So when you change to other schools or teachers that actually are more updated and maybe try to teach you in a different way, you are like the students are so low in the level of English that they should have, right?
Yes. Here in Colombia, I don't know. Maybe when I began to study, I hope I hope a lot of things uh, according to learning English. I I will hope a lot of things, a lot of better things. But
Yeah.
in this moment, I am finishing my career, and I feel that I don't have the good level in speaking, for example, or maybe in the four skills. For that reason, I feel in this very sad in this moment teaching.
Oh, don't be sad, Fanny. Don't be sad. What semester are you in right now?
10
What
semester,
semester?
10.
10 semester. Oh,
Yes,
it's the last one. Have
yes,
you
teacher.
already done the practices?
But the university don't give, sorry, doesn't give to me a lot of opportunities to, to practice speaking until now, until this moment, this this when I finish my career, uh, they offer me this space,
Yeah.
the practice with you with another teacher. But
Oh, exactly.
yes, yes. But
That's
I
crazy.
think in my opinion, uh, should be in from first semester, all career, all time, practice and practice. But they offer this space in the 9 and 10 semester only.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, I hope you take advantage of these opportunities then. And I think our time is up. And thank you for attending to these classes online, and also keep in touch. I just love to have you here, and I just want to contribute to your practice and to also to improve your speaking skills, as you were saying. So please keep in touch, and yeah, so don't forget to subscribe. And any doubt
Yes,
you
teacher.
have, please write down on the Skype. Okay.
Thanks, teacher, for your
Okay.
patience.
Thank you. Good night. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye, bye, teacher. Thank you.